All right, hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials Basics. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. Please listen to your bodies and do what makes sense for you. Those of you here live, come on off camera or off volume anytime. Off mute, that's what I'm trying to say. Anytime you have a question. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and come on up to standing. We're going to start as we do pretty much every single class with just 3 rotations of some breathing. So a good time here to really fill our body with some good oxygen. Pull those shoulders back and down and bring your hands in front of the chest. Pull the chin in. If you're comfortable with this, feel free to close your eyes. As we breathe in, we're going to reach our arms out, up to overhead best you can. Breathing in, and then on the exhale, bring the arms down to the side, opening through the chest. Good job. Twice more. Breathe and reach. Very good, Shirley. Exhale, relax, opening through the chest. Beautiful. Last time through. Stretch it up, reaching tall up out of the hips, and let it all go. Let any concerns go. Let any thoughts that you should be doing something else right now. And arms nice and heavy at the side. Good job. Go ahead, just place those feet into position. Allow your arms to be heavy, and we're going to start keeping the arms away from the body, just like imagine your body's like a tree here, and you're just letting those branches flow as you rotate through the hips. There you go. Nice and light. And then after a few rotations there with the arms just gliding out away from the body, start to allow a little bit of bend at the elbows. And you can allow those arms just gently kind of slap and tap against the body. And see if you can coordinate so that when the arms are hitting the body, you have a little bit of an exhale with it. So breathing out. Good. Trying to keep that chest up as you pivot. A couple more each side. Very good. From here, step your left foot back behind you. Go ahead and place that heel down on the ground. Have your right foot far enough forward that heel's down, your shins nice and neutral. All right, so you can either go arms over the shoulders, or if you feel okay to reach up to overhead, reach up to overhead. And now lifting through your chest, and you're just gonna ever so slightly kind of shift your hips forward. Focus to squeeze that back glute. So you can even put your hand there, pushing that hip forward. We're looking to open up those muscles that get tight when we're sitting. So opening the front of those hips, stretching up. One more breath here, and release those arms down. Walk that back leg in. In between sides, we're going to side step and open through the chest. Side step arm swing. Good job. Shoulders down out of the ears, and I'm rotating my palms forward as I swing my arms open. So I face the palms down, rotate the palms forward on that back swing. Good job. Let's go about 1 to 2 more. Fantastic. We're going to go hip flexor opener on the opposite side. So set your left foot down nice and firm. Your right foot's going to step back. And then again, you can either go arms on the shoulders, or if you feel okay to go up to overhead, reaching up to overhead. Lifting up out of your hips, just gently shift that back hip forward. Squeezing that bum on that side. So squeeze your glute, pushing that hip forward. Sometimes it helps to have that hand there so you can squeeze against your hands. Rock it back, rock it forward, raise that arm up one more time if you're good for it. One more breath and release. Good job. Back to your arm swing. All right, fantastic. So I sent out in the email, if you got it, to bring your broomsticks to class. If you have that, fantastic. If not, you can either pretend that you do, or if you have a band, you can utilize a band a little bit as well. Otherwise, if you do have your broomstick, go ahead and grab your stick or your band, or just pretend you have one, right? So we're going to take a nice wide grip, hands outside the shoulders, and we're just going to use this object to help encourage a little bit of stretching. So I reach it up to overhead, bring it down in front of the body. There you go. Good. And then bringing it back, pulling it overhead. Good. So you want to lift it up, and you want to only pull it back behind your head far enough that you cannot arch the back. So down in front, bringing it back. Very good. One more time, bringing it down and bringing it back. This time, keep your arms up there and just side bend, bending to one side. Very good. Back to center. Get a little bend in those knees. Make sure you're nice and stable through your base, and then to the other side. Beautiful. Back to top, once more each side, over and up. Last time, taking it over and up. Good job. If you've got your broomstick there, just bring it down right behind the head. Otherwise, if no stick, cross your arms over the shoulders. Walk your feet in, toes pointing straight ahead. Hi, Ann, welcome. Root down into your feet, and then nice long spine here, bowing forward and standing tall. So, Ann, we've got our broomsticks on our back, or cross your arms over the shoulder if no broomstick is easily available. Yep, standing tall. Pull that chin in as you bow forward, looking down towards the floor. And then straight up, squeeze the bum as you stand. 1 to 2 more. Chin in, bowing forward. Straight up. Very good. Last one. Pull that belly button in, down, and stand. Very good. Either with your band or with your stick, push it up to overhead from behind the head. Anywhere between 5 and 10 times here. Just get a nice opening of those shoulders. And again, no stick in your hand. That's okay. Just move as if you do, reaching your hands up to overhead. Reach and lower. Very good. It's a nice opener for that shoulders, for the chest. Just using it as part of our warm-up here today. There you go. Very good. One more. Pull that chin in, raising up, and then go ahead and bring it down in your front of your body. Set it down on the floor. Fantastic. We are going to use the bands a little bit later in class. If you don't have an elastic band, you can even use a scarf. Like if you have a scarf around, we're going to be using it for some upper body work. Okay. Otherwise, go ahead and set all that down, and we're going to start to get ready for a little bit of squatting, but I want to get a little bit more blood flow going first. So we're going to do a little bit of some marching and some step jacks to kind of warm up our blood flow a little bit more. So stand tall, shoulders back. Let's start with your right arm, reaching it out, lifting up through your midline, raise the other leg, and then we're starting with our paused march here. So pulling the knee up as far as you're comfortable, trying not to let those hips drop side to side. There you go. Coordinate the right arm and the left leg, left arm and the right leg. And if anything's going on, I know one of you mentioned me about some ankle stuff going on, so you can always sit down in your chair and do the upper body portion where you're lifting your arms up, or you can lift the knees up off the chair as well. Just do the best you can. Make good choices for your body. All right, there's our 30 seconds there. And then we're going to go into our seal jacks first, stepping it out. Side steps. So similar to our arm swing earlier, shoulders back and down. Really want to open that chest here. Very good. Smile. If you feel awkward, if you feel goofy, just laugh at yourself. Make it fun. 10 more seconds. Good. 2, 1, and shake those arms out. We're going to go one more time through. So now instead of the pause march, let's do our march and punch. So arms up at the side, opposite arm, opposite leg. Punch across the body as you raise that knee. Good. We're going to have a little bit more of this final part of the class. We'll practice it here. So you want to keep those hips nice and level, reaching across, pulling that knee up. Good. This is not just an exercise for our body, but also for our brain. Getting the right side of the brain to talk to the left side of the brain, coordinating the opposite limbs. Very good. Excuse me, 1 or 2 more times each side. And rest. Good job. And then last time, we'll go a regular step jack or stick with the seal jacks. Otherwise, arms up to overhead. There you go. Good. And opening those shoulders. Nice. Smile as you raise your arms up to overhead. Generate some energy. You can clap those hands. Good. Generate some positive energy. Beautiful. 10 more seconds. Fantastic. And release. All right, let's go ahead and take a seat for a second. We're going to warm up our ankles a little bit more. Ankles and hips. You don't need your band just yet. Mine's just around. All right, if you prefer to stay standing, you can. Otherwise, give yourself a little bit of a break. We're going to pull one foot up, and we're going to go into some ankle rolls. Lifting the toes up. Circle that ankle around. Feel a little bit of some clicks and pops through there. Get everything moving. After about 5 times one way, go ahead and take it the other direction. Up and around. Very good. Same thing, other side. Place that foot down, lift that knee up, and rotate around. All right. And then switch directions. So we're gonna do these ankle rolls and a couple stretches for our hips. And then we're gonna be working on some squatting in our first set, or sitting down to the chair and standing up. All right, next we're gonna move into a little bit of a glute stretch. So go back to your first leg, pull that foot up off the ground, see if you can get the foot across, like you're gonna cross your leg, getting that foot to the opposite knee, and then sit up nice and tall in your chair. And you're gonna hug that leg in towards your chest as you use the opposite leg to kind of pull across. And we're just looking to get a nice stretch here in the outer hip. So again, sitting tall, breathe. We want the stretches to be gradual. Nothing super intense. And go ahead and release. Place that foot down. Same thing, other side. Sit tall, grab that knee, try to get that foot around like you're gonna cross the legs. And then sitting up out of those hips, hugging that leg in. Again, looking to target this outer glute and hip area. Very good. We're on the second leg here, Laura, so just balance yourself out. 2, 1, and release. If you've only done one side, please go ahead and hit the other side as well. Otherwise, make your way up to your feet. We're gonna warm up our squatting with what we call our squat sit. So you can use a countertop, a doorway. I'm gonna use the chair here. I'm gonna place my feet about hip width apart, holding on to support that upper body. And you're gonna hold on as much as you need, sending your hips back, pushing your heels down. You know, my chair's a little bit wobbly here, so make sure whatever you're using that you can hang on. So nice and strong, heels down. I got my feet about hip width apart. And if you don't feel like you need to support yourself, you can reach your arms out, sending those hips back. And you know your body, so you got to kind of find what range of motion is best for you. As we go into the squats, you can squat without the chair, or you can squat to your chair. Maybe one more here, sinking back. Again, heels planted down, and then push your legs into the floor as you stand. Generate that downward force. Fantastic. All right, so it's gonna be 30 seconds of a squat. I'm gonna show the first round squatting to a chair. If you wanna hold a weight, you can hold it right underneath your chin. And then you're gonna be supporting on your surface for a single arm row. Elbow nice and high, okay? We're gonna add a little bit of a rotation to it on the second and third set that you can choose to utilize if you'd like. All right, we're gonna start here in about 20 seconds. If you wanna hold weights for your squats, go ahead and get your weights. You can hold it right underneath your chin or one in each arm up at the shoulders. Otherwise, again, I'll show it to the chair first set. Place those feet about hip width apart, shoulders back, and 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice and controlled. If you're not holding weights, reach your arms out in front of your body to help keep the chest tall. So I reach my arm out as I sit back, relax the arms down as I stand. Controlling down, whether it's to the chair or for a regular squat, standing tall. Weight back into the heels, but try to sit back into those heels without lifting your toes. So push your big toe down as well. Very good. Control down, stand tall, and 2, 1. Go ahead and rest and rotate. All right, we're gonna start with your left arm. So you're gonna take your right hand, set your feet about hip width apart, place your right hand down for support, reach your left arm forward, and then looking down, you're gonna pull that elbow straight up in the air, shoulder down out of the ears, reach forward, row through that shoulder, elbow up, reach, exhale on the row. Very good. Great positioning, Shirley. Breathe. Very nice. Once you know what you're doing, try to turn your gaze so that you're looking down at your support hand of the opposite arm. And 2, 1, go ahead and rest. Stand up in between sides. We're gonna go to the next, other arm next. Root down into those legs. Place your left hand down to support. Grab the weight in your right, and here we go. Elbow nice and high. Reaching forward. Good. Good practice to pause in the top. So pull that weight into the torso, pause, and then reaching down. Very good. Head neutral, chin pulled in, so nice neutral neck position. And keep that low back strong by pulling the belly button in, just keeping a little bit of tension in your midline. Reach forward, row high, maybe one more. Reach and elbow up and in. 2, 1, and rest. Very good. Stand up, shake it out. That's set 1. We're gonna do it twice more. Just in between sets, good practice here. Just get a little bit of some rotation. So just rotating my torso side to side. Yep. There you go. And then we're gonna get ready for our next set of squats. Please feel free if you want to still squat to the chair. I'm gonna go without the chair this time. So with or without weight, place the feet about hip width apart, turn the toes out slightly. Eyes up, and 2, 1. Here we go. Sending those hips back, pushing your knees nice and wide, controlling down. Very good. Try to find something straight ahead that you're looking at to help keep your eyes up, head up. There you go. Sending back. Standing tall. Squatting can be a really tough thing on our body, but it really helps us maintain some independence, maintaining that strength in our legs, being able to lower down and stand up. Maybe one more here. Staying controlled and then push your feet into the floor. Generate that force to stand. Great job. Shake it out. Getting ready for that single arm row. If you're feeling a little bit stiff in your low back today, stick with what we just worked on. Just keeping your body square. If you want to add some rotation to it, follow me. So let's see, your left hand reaching forward, elbow up, and then you can just very gently lift up out of that bottom shoulder and peer towards the ceiling. Lifting up, and it's just a gentle rotation after I row. So do the row first, and then only if you feel like you want to. There's a gentle pivot. Good. Reach forward, elbow high, and then lifting up out of that bottom shoulder. I kind of peer up towards the ceiling. Very good. And if for any reason that doesn't feel good to your body, just keep the hips and shoulders square. Stick with your regular rotation and rest. Good job. Stand it up in between arms. 10 seconds, and then we'll do the same thing on the opposite arm. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Right arm, so elbow up. And again, if that rotation feels nice for your body, row first and then lift up out of that support shoulder and just very gently peering towards the ceiling. Breathe in to reach. Exhale as you row. If you're doing that rotation, there'll be a little bit of a twist through the hips as well. 1 to 2 more. And 2, 1, and rest. Great job. If your water bottle is close by, let's grab a little drink. Work on your hydration. Very good, everybody. That's 2 sets done. We're going to take about 20 seconds, and then we'll do our final set. Back to our squats. All right, so I'm going to go back to the chair this time. Do what you've been doing and what feels best for your body. So walk those feet out. Eyes looking straight ahead. 2, 1. Here we go. Control down. If you're sitting to a chair, see like how lightly you can sit back. And then drive through your legs and stand. Good. Control down, sitting back, and stand with confidence. Good job. Smile as you stand tall, whether you're on the chair or coming up out of your squat. Remember, your body and your brain doesn't know if there's really something to be happy about or if you're just smiling for the heck of it. It still gives you a nice rush of those hormones that help you feel happy, help your body to heal as well. Last one, control and rotate. Good job. You got a little bit more than 30 seconds on that set. Shake it out. Single arm rows. Let's start with your left arm. Place the feet, place that hand. And here we go. You got it in. Elbow up. You can keep that rotation or go back and just keep it square. Just, you kind of know your body. Like, did I like that, or do I like the first version better? It's not always about what we like, but we do want you to enjoy the process here as much as we can. Enjoy some fitness. That's why we do it together. Shoulder blade back and down, elbow nice and high above the torso. Fantastic. 10 seconds. Keep pulling that belly button in. And 2, 1, and stand up in between arms. Shake it out. Fantastic. Keep those feet about hip width apart. Bend down into those legs. And opposite arm, now you're on your right. Here we go. Elbow up. With or without the rotation. Nice. Think shoulder down out of the ear. Pausing in the top position. Holding your head nice and neutral. Very good. Reach forward, pull high. Almost there. 2, 1, and relax. Great job. Let's definitely grab your water now. And then we're going to do a couple stretches from a seated position. All right. Let's go ahead and take a seat. We're going to get some more rotational work for our mid-back first. So sitting tall, hand behind the head. We're going to bring that elbow to the opposite thigh and then lifting up out of your midline. Use your hand on the inside of the knee to just give a little extra overpressure if that feels okay for your body. Exhale as you rotate. So I'm going to breathe in as I bring that elbow to the opposite thigh. Sit tall and breathe out. Keeping that rib cage mobile. Okay, one more here. And then we'll switch sides. Again, place the feet down, hand behind the opposite head. Hand behind the head, elbow to the opposite thigh. Sit tall. If you want to use that hand on the inside of the knee, I just gently push against that knee to give a little bit more rotation. Turn your gaze, try to look over that shoulder. Couple more. Last one. Very good. All right, next we're going to get some movement through the mid-back also in a different way. So walk your feet in so the toes are pointing straight ahead, hand on your thighs, sitting nice and tall. So you're going to start by pulling your chin in toward the chest, blow your air out of your lungs, kind of rounding your back as you tuck the head down. And then as you breathe in, you're going to pull your shoulders back and down, lifting your chest, lifting your head up to the ceiling. Breathe in, and then you're going to exhale, sort of tuck back under, pull the chin in, round your back. So it's kind of like a seated cat-cow. I breathe in, I arch, I pull my shoulders back, I look up towards the ceiling. And as I exhale, round forward, chin to the chest. A few more cycles there. Again, breathe in, shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, pull the belly button in, pull the shoulders forward, chin down to the chest. Let's go 2 more cycles. Breathe in, lift. Really think about shoulders down out of the ears, and then exhale, round, chin to the chest. Pull the belly button in. Last time. Inhale, arch, lifting up, and exhale, round down, chin to the chest. Belly button in. Very good. And then just circle those arms around, reaching forward, alternate which arm's on top. All righty, this next little piece here, we're going to come back up to our feet and we're going to practice our balance with our sway. It's going to be 3 sets. I'm going to show the sway on the first set, alternating knee to elbow on the second set. Let's go in reverse directions, rotate them forward. And the alternating knee to elbow is going to be a little bit more of a challenge for the stability. So you can always stick with the sway And then on the third round, I'm going to go back to demoing this way, but it's just going to be your choice. You can do either of the two. And then we're just going to take a little bit of time in between that balance work to practice some stretching, opening up the hips, opening up the shoulders. All right. So go ahead and come on up to your feet. And being that we're practicing balance, this is a good time to make sure your floor space is clear. So I'm not going to leave my dumbbell right underneath my feet. And also, if you want to have your chair or stand near a wall to help with your balance, that's great too. All right. So otherwise, as you come up to your feet, place your feet about hip width apart. You're going to bring your arms either out to the side or think like YMCA position. Shoulders down out of the ears. Whenever you're ready, you're going to pull up through your midline, shift your weight to one side. Go ahead and join me. Try to balance on that side for 1 to 3 seconds, and then just gradually shift. There you go. And then that's what we're going to do for a minute here. So try to find a spot straight ahead to focus on, shifting from one side to the other. As you shift your weight, find the big toe on that foot that you're headed towards. Push it down, pull up through your core, and squeeze your shoulders back behind you. Anytime you need to shake out your arms, it's easiest to like drop them down when you switch sides and lift them back up. So we don't want those hips to kick out. We're halfway through, shifting over, pulling strong. Very good. And shift to the other side. Push that big toe down. Beautiful. Shake out the arms anytime you need. I know I need to. Drop them down, lift them back up. Smile. Less than 10 seconds. Great job, Anne. There you go, Shirley. 2, 1, and release. Fantastic. Shake that out. We're going to go behind the back stretch. So keep those feet nice and wide. Root down into your legs. If you can interlace those hands, you're going to grab them behind you, extend those elbows out. Really key here, not to go into that sway back posture. So pull the belly button in, ribs down. You can stay here, or if you feel confident to bow forward, you can root down into your legs a little bit more. Send those hips back, and then pull that arm overhead. I said singular arms, didn't I? Pull your arms over your head. And then when you're ready, come on back up and release those arms. Woo! All right, find your balance. Find your equilibrium there. Little drink of water if you'd like. We're going to get started here in 10 seconds on set 2. So again, you can stick with that sway, or we're going to advance the movement, alternating knee to elbow. So what that looks like here, whenever you're ready, you're going to lift up. You bring your elbow towards the opposite knee, standing tall, reach it across. It's totally okay if you can't quite get it to the elbow to the knee. You can just head in that direction, okay? So go ahead and join me. And again, if you're like, I can't quite do that, go back to your sway. Just focus on that, whatever works for your body. Just giving a little bit of options here. It all uses our balance. All involves a little bit of coordination. So either knee to the opposite elbow or just sticking with your sway. Great job, everybody. Right about 20 seconds left. Good. This elbow to the knee is not an easy thing to do, so just be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. 2, 1, and release. Great job. We're going to do a little stretch for the upper body next. Step your left foot forward, right foot back. It's just a short little stagger stance here. And then of your trail leg, that right arm, you're going to reach it straight up, bend the elbow, reach around, grab that elbow, and we're looking to stretch that tricep. And if you feel secure in your legs, as you're stretching the tricep, you can just very gently shift the hip forward. Otherwise, just focus on the upper body here. Chin in, long through your spine, and just gradually start to bend towards your front leg. So like a side bend. There you go. One more breath there, and release. Shake those arms out. Switching legs. So now your right foot forward, left foot back. Try to rock back so that left heel sits on the floor. And then reach that trail leg, your left arm up. Shin in, long through your spine as you bend that elbow. This is that hard part here. We want to cave forward. So we're really trying to open up our body. Grab that elbow, holding it there. If you want to shift that hip forward a little bit as you bend towards that front leg. So it's just a little bit of a side bend. If it's hard, just smile. Try to relax. Breathe. One more breath here and release. Beautiful. All right, last time through on our sway, or if you'd like that alternating knee to elbow, feel free to stick with that. 2, 1, here we go. I'm going to demo the sway for us. Good job. And now we want to keep the shoulders down out of the ears as we raise those arms to the sides. Pushing that big toe down as you shift your weight. Continue to pull that belly button in, lifting up through your core. Good job. Anytime you need to shake those arms out, lower them down, lift them back up. Good. 20 seconds left. Over. Bringing it back. Good job. Over. One more time each way. 2, 1, and rest. I didn't make it back the other side when I said one more time each way. That's okay. Shake it out. Grab some water. One more circuit to go. All right, we're going to try to get into that quad stretch next. This is a challenging one for a lot of folks. So the option here, you can repeat that stagger stance, that hip flexor that we did earlier, where you stand in that stagger stance, reach the arms up or reach the arms on the shoulders, and we're looking to open the hips. If you can get a little bit deeper into that stretch, this is a good one to balance with. So holding on to something and then seeing if you can grab that foot, pulling the foot up towards the glute, heel towards your backside. So here we go. We're going to hold for 20 seconds. So either opening through the hips or grab that foot. Nice job. You can grab your foot. This is a really good one to do on a regular basis. You want to try to keep that ability to grab that foot. And go ahead and release. Same thing other side. So again, you can step the foot back, opening the hip here, or make sure you're firmly planted and then grabbing that foot, reaching back. Watch that you don't let the hips kick out of that support leg. So keep lifting up like we focused on that sway. Fantastic. And 3, 2, 1, go ahead and rest. All right, everybody. Let's warm up a little bit of a toe touch. We're going to do some deadlifting to start the next circuit. Okay, or if you don't have any weights to pick up, you can do a toe touch. So walk your feet in so the toes are pointing straight ahead. Hands on the thighs. Stand tall out of your hips. Bring your chin down towards your chest and pulling your belly button in. You're just going to start to slide your hands down your legs, reaching down for your toes. Saying hello to the back side of the body. And just notice here, can you reach your ankles? Can you reach the floor? If not, depending upon what you're lifting, you may want to just bring it to about mid-shin. And then when you're ready, root down into your legs, tuck the hips under, gradually come on up to the top. Fantastic. And this is the circuit that if you do have a scarf or one of those longer bands, you're going to want to have that nearby. We're going to use it for the second exercise, and I'll talk you through it. All right, everybody. So if you are going to pick a weight up off the ground, even if it's your water bottle, go ahead and set it down so it sits right between your feet. And then we're going to take a nice wide base stance. I'll talk us through this first round. So if you're using a weight, place it down. And if you're not using a weight, you can just mimic as if you do that forward bow. Shoulders back, and 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Slight bend in those knees, bowing forward. Go ahead and pick your weight straight up. And then chin in. Send your hips back as you bow forward, lowering it down. So again, if it feels hard to go all the way to the floor, bring your hands to about knee height and stand from there. Good job. Belly button in, bowing forward and standing tall. Fantastic. Chin in, over and up. Good. One more. Send those hips back. Looking down and standing tall. Fantastic. If you are using weights, go ahead and set it to the side. and then grab your scarf or band. All right, you're gonna kind of grab the ends of it, allow it to set down, and make sure you feel balanced here. You're gonna place your left foot right between the band. So I've got my left foot kind of holding that band down, and I'm gonna step my right foot back. From here, stand tall. If you wanna wrap the band around your hand a little bit, you can. And then whenever you're ready, we're just simply gonna stand here in this stagger stance, and you're pulling the band back behind you. Arms are straight, reach forward, push it back behind. If no bands, just push your hands back, like you're trying to push the air to the wall behind you. Reaching forward, squeeze those shoulders back and down, shoulders down out of the ears. Good. Squeeze and release. Couple more. Back and forward. Last one. Squeeze and release. Fantastic. Step out of that front foot, and we're simply going to switch sides. So now your right foot. Take your time here. Make sure your balance is secure, and left foot steps back. You want to wind it around your hands, lift that chest, and then whenever you're ready, pulling it back behind, reach forward, and squeezing it back. Very good. Long arms the whole time, so elbows stay straight. Reach and squeeze, like you're trying to pull everything together behind you. Good job. Breathe in as you reach. Exhale on that back squeeze. Couple more. Reach, squeeze it back, reach, and squeeze it back. Fantastic. Go ahead and step out of that. If you're using a band or a scarf, go ahead and place it down. And then coming to center, march and punch for our final exercise of this circuit. Whenever you're ready, one knee up, hands across the body. Good. Fantastic. Nice high breathing here. Punch and exhale at the same time. Bringing those elbows right about, squeezing them back. Keep those fists, that's what I wanted to say, instead of your elbows. Keeping your fists up right about shoulder height. Maybe one more. And rest. Very good. We're going to take about 30 seconds here. Feel free to kind of rock the hips out. And then we're going to be back to either your toe touch, good morning, or our deadlift. So 15 seconds. If you are lifting a weight, let's go ahead and get it back into position. Place it down. We go nice wide base stance. Standing tall, shoulders back, and 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bowing forward, root down into your legs, and then picking it straight up. Very good. Pulling the belly button in, slowly lower it down, and stand. Fantastic. Just imagine if we're like picking up some grocery bags or a laundry basket. You want to have a nice flat back. Breathe in as you lower. Exhale to stand. Ideally, you want to try to feel those hamstrings as you bow forward. So it's kind of feeling the back of the thighs. Let's go one more. Over and standing tall. Fantastic. Set your weight down, out of the way. Looking to go back to your band or your scarf. All right. So remember, I'm going to grab the ends of it, have a nice long stance. Your left foot first. Have it go right over the center of the band. Right foot steps back, shoulders back. And whenever you're ready, you're just going straight arms, just pulling that band back behind you, reaching forward, pulling back. Yep, reach and row. It's like a straight arm row here. Breathe in as you reach, exhale as you row. Keep pulling that belly button in, not letting your low back arch. Good. Reaching forward, pulling back. 1 to 2 more. Reach, row, and release. Good job. Walk that back foot in. Watch that you don't trip. Stepping that foot out. And then same thing, other side. This time your right foot steps into position. Make sure it's not like you're standing on a tightrope here. So I still have my feet about hip width apart and a little bit of like we call a stagger stance. Standing tall, and then whenever you're ready, start to row it back, pushing those palms towards the wall behind you. Head up, chest tall. Try to look straight ahead. Good. Reach forward, pull it back. Reach and row. Good. Reach forward, row back. It's our second to last set, everybody. 1 to 2 more. And release. Good job. Walk the back foot in. Step that front foot out. Go ahead and place your band or scarf down. And our march and punch, shoulders back and down, fist right about shoulder height. And then whenever you're ready, shift your weight to one side. Lift that knee, punch the opposite arm. Very good. We can do this seated as well. So if you need a break off your feet, good job. If I was seated and doing this, it would look just like this. I can still lift my legs. So I like to lift the leg, coordinate the arms with the lower body. Let's go 10 more seconds. Punch, reach, good, reach, and 2, 1, and rest. All right, let's grab a drink of water. We're gonna take about 20 to 30 seconds, and then we're gonna do that one more time through. All right, one more time with that deadlift. So any weights you have, bring it close to your center of gravity. Go ahead and place it down. Walk your feet about hip width apart. Stand tall up out of your spine. Bend down into your legs. Bow forward. And here we go. Last round. Push through your legs. Squeeze the bum as you stand. Bow forward. Shoulders down out of the ears. And I don't want you to arch back. I just want you to stand tall. So we don't need to arch back. Just shoulders over the hips. Bowing forward. Standing straight up. Very good. Control down and stand. Let's go about 10 more seconds here. Over and up, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. If you're using weights, set them down out of the way. Back to your band or scarf. Last time through here. So take your time, get into position. Grabbing it by the ends. Then reaching down your left foot right under the center of the foot. Feet stay hip width apart. And see if you can kind of just get that back heel down. Wrap the hands as you'd like. Stand tall. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to start to pull the band back behind us with straight arms. Reaching forward. Squeeze it back. Good. Think nice broad chest. So you're going to want to puff that chest forward. Helps open those shoulders. Reach and row. Exhale as you pull it back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Few more. Reach. Exhale. Reach. Very good. One more time. And release. Very nice. Walk that foot in. Stepping out. Last time, opposite side. All righty. Your right foot. Stand tall. Try to rock that back heel down. And 2, 1, whenever you're ready, pull back, reach forward. Chest up, eyes up. Great job, everybody. Smile. Think broad chest. Proud teenage boy there. Really standing tall. A little bit of boasting through that chest, opening up. Good job. Reach forward. Pull it back. 1 to 2 more. Picking on those teenage boys. And release. All right. Walk that foot out of the band. Set that down out of the way. And we're going to finish with our final march and punch. Remember, you can take a seat for this if it feels better on your body, if you need a break. Otherwise, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lifting up and punching across. Good job. Finish strong. There you go. Good. Speak kindly to yourself here as we finish out this final little bit. We've been moving for 45 minutes already, so great work today. Hopefully time flies when you're having fun. Fantastic. One more so each side. Reach across and rest. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and stay up on your feet. I want to just kind of loosen up those hips a little bit with some hip circles. So hands on the hips and just nice and gentle, circle those hips through. Have a good solid base of support here at your legs. Go about 3 to 5 times in one direction. And then when you're ready to reverse, we'll start to shift them around, circle them the other way. And just remember some of these little simple movements. If you feel a little bit stiff in your back, hip circles are a really good way. If you've been sitting for a while and you get up and you're kind of stiff, just take a little bit of time, circle those hips around. All right, shake out those arms. If you have a doorway or a wall nearby, we're going to do a nice opener for the chest next. So go ahead and make your way to the wall or the doorway. Let's start on your left side. You're going to bring that elbow up to about 90 degrees. Place the hand against the wall or doorway, and then you're going to step your left foot forward. Kind of walk the right foot back. And you want to start by standing up nice and tall, and you're just going to gently lean your chest forward. So you start to open up the front side of the chest there, up by your shoulder on the left. And then as you lean forward, just very gently start to rotate away. And you can take your right arm and reach it out just to help encourage that rotation. Making sure you're not arching your back here. So ribs down. Breathe. And let's take this outstretched arm. We're going to reach it forward. Turn your palm in towards your body. And then you're going to cycle it up as you get up to overhead. Rotate the hand away so it faces away on that back reach. A little stiff here for me today. Reaching forward, palm faces in. As you come up to overhead, rotate away, palm faces away. Let's go one more time there. Reach, up, and pivot. Fantastic. And now if you're still okay in this position, we're going to go 3 circles, reaching it back first. 2 to 3. Last one. Whew, and release that opposite arm down. All right, shake those arms out. And then when you're ready, pivot around. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So bring in that right arm, elbow right about shoulder height. Place it against the door. Right foot steps forward. And just start by standing tall and leaning forward from your chest, looking to feel it right in the upper chest, the pec area on the right. From here, you'll gently start to reach your left arm out. Turn your torso away from your side you're stretching. It's probably just going to be slight, but that's okay. Just very gentle. And then when you're ready, we'll start to circle this arm, reaching forward to start. Palm faces in. Rotate away as you reach up to overhead. Good. 2 to 3 times here. Reach, up, rotate, and open. Good job. Last time. They might be big circles. They might be little circles. No problem. Just keeping that shoulder moving. And then when you're ready, we'll reverse direction. Start to bring that arm back behind to start. Reaching forward. Pivot the palm away. And then as you reach in front of your body, turn the palm in. Last one. Back, rotate, and down. Fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and finish. Grab your water, get a little drink, and then we're going to do a couple stretches in the chair. All right. Just going to do a couple for the upper neck and shoulders first. So sit tall, bring your chin down to the chest. Try to relax the shoulders down at the same time. And then lift it up, looking up towards the ceiling. Once more there, chin towards the chest. If you want to give a little bit of overpressure, you can just bring your fingertips to the top of the head and like the pressure of a dime. So it's super gentle here, just lightly pushing down the top of the head. And then as you look up, we'll cross the hands over the collarbones, downward tissue pull as you look up. Fantastic. From there, you're going to sit tall, looking straight ahead, bring your ear towards the same side shoulder, and then you're going to rotate your chin down towards the same side collarbone, looking to feel it along the back of the neck. Hold it here for a couple of breaths. Great time to close the eyes. And then from the chin down, you're gonna rotate the chin up. Still keeping the ear towards the same side shoulder, peering up, try to turn your eyes up towards the ceiling. And now we wanna feel a little bit more in the front of the neck here. So peering up, still think about keeping the shoulder down out of your ear. One more breath there, and then go ahead and bring your head back to center and release. Good job. Same thing, opposite side. So sitting tall, bring your ear towards the opposite shoulder, and then turn your chin down towards that same side collarbone. So we're looking to feel it on the back of the neck a little bit, along the side. Breathe here for a couple breaths. And after a second breath there, when you're ready, you're going to just gently still keep the head tilted and then just very gently turn the head up, bringing your chin towards the ceiling, turning your eyes up towards the ceiling. And now we're looking to feel it along the front of the neck. And breathe there. 1 to 2 breaths. And then when you're ready, bring your head back to center, looking straight on. Whew, very good. And then final one, we're going to go legs. You can either cross the legs over or bring the hand towards the opposite thigh. If you want to go a little bit deeper, we'll cross that leg over, sit tall, and then opposite arm is going to come up to that shoulder. And now we're just encouraging some twisting through the low back. Turn your head as well. And now we'll circle our elbow up and around, up and back. Circling it backwards, roughly 10 times or so. As you're doing this, try to feel that shoulder blade moving along that rib cage. So up and around, up and back. I'm not counting here, just going off a feel. Still focusing on lengthening out of your spine and turning into that rotation. Go ahead and release. If you have those legs crossed, uncross the legs. Pivot around to the other side. So again, no problem if you don't want to cross the leg, just hand to the opposite thigh or cross that leg over and hand to the same side shoulder. Same thing other way, everybody. Circle them up and around. Keep that shoulder from getting stuck to that rib cage, or if it is a little bit stiff, we're going to try to break it loose off that rib cage. Up and around, back and down. There you go. Still looking over that shoulder. A couple more here. 2, 1, and release. Beautiful. All right, everybody, feel free to add anything else you need, that rounding and lifting as we did earlier in the class, anywhere your body feels stiff. Otherwise, keep drinking your water, eat some vegetables, take good care of your body, and don't forget to have some fun. All right, hope to see you next time.